2024 has arrived. Another year to spend inside, playing a lot of different video games. While I was thinking about all the games releasing in 2024, and which games I'm excited about, I came to quite the realization. The majority of games I'm excited about are all Asian developed games. Does that make me a massive weeb? Probably. But if you look at the releases, especially in the early months, you'll notice that the majority of upcoming games are in fact Japanese developed games, with Korean and Chinese developed games releasing later on in the year as well. It's all quite fitting considering 2024 is the year of the dragon. Sure, when it comes to Western games, there are also many to be excited about, but not a lot of them have a set release date yet. When it comes to the Asian developed games on the other hand, lots of releases are already set in stone, especially in the early months. Look at Sega. This well-known Japanese publisher is releasing new entries in their biggest RPG franchises back to back in about a month. I'm talking about Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Persona 3 Reload. And these games release only a week apart from one another. No idea why they would do this. I assume they think Like a Dragon and Persona don't share much of an audience, but hey Sega, I love both, so you're putting me in quite the difficult position. I can't play both at the same time, obviously. I don't have an infinite amount of time. So I'll have to choose, and I'll probably go for Persona 3 as the game to play on release. The reason I picked Persona 3 Reloads is because I never actually played the original. I know this is quite the iconic game. Persona 5 is one of my favorite JRPGs of all time, so I'm having high expectations for this remake, considering it's a remake in Persona 5 style. A Persona game releasing is also much rarer than a new Like a Dragon release, making it a bit more special. When it comes to Infinite Wealth, I'll play that later on in the year, when it's less busy, but I'm still really excited for it. Can't wait to see all the crazy adventures Ichiban will be having while in Hawaii. Another big Japanese franchise returning is Tekken. I'm not the biggest fighting game fan. I did play a lot of Tekken when I was younger on the PlayStation 2, but am I gonna play this new one? On release, definitely not, but hey, maybe someday, who knows. And then comes February. A big game is awaiting us there. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the second installment in the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy. I'm so ready for this one, to explore all the iconic locations outside of Midgar from the original, and get more freedom to explore with one of the best party of characters in video game history. I'm ready to visit the Gold Saucer and play all the unique minigames. I'm ready to ride that Segway in Costa del Sol, and I'm ready to fight alongside Sephiroth, looking absolutely fabulous in the process. February definitely can't come soon enough. Then after February comes March, with two more big Japanese releases happening. Rise of Ronin and Dragon's Dogma 2. Rise of Ronin looks cool. Looking forward to see how an open world game from Team Ninja plays like. It looks very familiar, but at the same time it takes a big departure from the usual Soulsborne inspired games they release. I won't be playing it on release though, since I'll be going for Dragon's Dogma 2 instead. I love Capcom as a studio, and I heard many good things about the first game, how it's considered an underrated masterpiece. I haven't played the original myself, but I'm really excited to give Dragon's Dogma 2 a try. Apparently the game will have the same core story as the first game, but it's not a remake since it takes place in a different location and with different characters from what I heard. But the core story of the Arisen trying to reclaim its heart from the dragon will be the same. Dragon Dogma's setting and world design looks absolutely stunning. The European medieval fantasy aesthetic with that Japanese flair definitely speaks to me. From April onwards, there aren't many games left with a set release date. Who knows what could be releasing and when? But one game we do know the release date of is Black Myth Wukong. It's a Chinese developed game that releases this August. Yes, it's another Souls-like. We've seen so many of them before, but I think this one will be genuinely special. The boss designs are incredible. The way they are animated just looks so visually pleasing. This screams next gen to me. The combat looks similar to Sekiro, which is a big plus, but previews of the game actually say that it plays quite differently. But that it's very fun and that it all controls well. makes me excited to try it out myself. The present Chinese mythology also speaks to me and looks to be faithfully interwoven in the game, which in itself is based on one of China's most influential novels, Journey to the West. It's a very abstract story with lots of wisdom, and judging by some of the story trailers I've seen, they are definitely being faithful in the way they are retelling it. This trailer from a while ago, featuring a cutscene from the game, is so good, and if you haven't seen it yet, I definitely recommend you go and watch it. I'll put the link in the description. Not much happens in it, but the way it's animated, the stellar voice acting and the beautiful music definitely gives you a taste of what to expect when the game releases. I'm playing this game with the Chinese dub for sure, not a question. So yes, I'm very excited for this one. It's actually my second most anticipated game for next year, right after Final Fantasy. To end off this video, there are two more big AAA Asian releases, but ones that don't have a release date yet. I'm talking about Stellar Blade and Metaphor ReFantazio. Stellar Blade is a Korean developed game, and honestly by the character designs I could immediately tell. I just hope I don't get too distracted. It's a fun hack and slash game in the vein of Nier. The action looks fluid, the enemy designs look great, it looks interesting, this one might be really fun to check out. Metaphor ReFantazio is a brand new IP being developed at Atlus. Many Persona veterans are working on the game, but I gotta be honest, I'm personally not convinced yet. It probably has to do with the fact that I'm not super into that typical anime high fantasy aesthetic. It's just a bit too high fantasy for me. I prefer a little bit more down to earth. But considering the talented team working on it and all the praise the game is probably going to get on release, I might have to check it out anyway. And who knows, maybe it'll blow me away. So that was it for the video. Like I mentioned before, there are also a lot of great Western developed games coming and a lot of good indie games, but I thought, why not make this video a bit more on topic, considering 2024 is the year of the dragon after all. What games are you looking forward to check out in 2024? Leave a comment down below, I'm always interested in hearing your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, also don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot as a content creator. If you watched my previous videos, you're probably also surprised to be seeing my face. Well, it just makes the editing process a bit easier when I have webcam footage to fall back on. I also think it'll make my videos a bit more personal, and that is also of course great for the channel. So, thank you for watching, take care, have a great 2024, and hopefully see you in the next video. Bye.